It's me, Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts. How is everyone today? Let me just check that everything is right. And it is. Hello. Oh, there's a lag and a half today. And can I just say I'm really cold? It is... How cold is it today? Currently it is... Oh, it's not telling me. Let's have a look. It is cold. I mean, really cold. Oh, and it's not going... Oh, no, 15 degrees. Feels a lot colder than that, I have to say. But, hey, such is life. So, today I am going to be playing with a messy piece of grid paper and an interrupting smart speaker. Celebrate with tags, but to not do necessarily Christmas and not necessarily tags. Just saying. Alexa, off. I don't know why he thought I was talking to him, because I wasn't. Anywho, so, bit of housekeeping to start. As I've said, my name is Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts. I'm a UK-based independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator working across the UK, France, Germany, Austria and the Netherlands, and from the 4th of October, the Republic of Ireland and Belgium. Yes! Hello, Claire. It is my job. It's what I do all day, and when I say all day, long days. I love what I do, don't get me wrong, but I do spend a lot of time doing this, and most of it, sadly, is not necessarily crafting. Hello, Sherry from a still dark here in Oregon. Hello, Suzanne. Hello, Audrey. Afternoon, Liz. No. Why no? What's the no? I'm intrigued. It may be a mistype. Anyway, so yes, it is my job. Other granny duty this afternoon. Okay, fair enough. So yes, very chilly here. I have got my heater on, which is very rash of me, bearing in mind that fuel costs are not going down anytime soon, and the pound isn't getting stronger anytime soon. We are in a very odd period of time in the UK at the moment, but there we go. Such is life. Hello from Arnold, Missouri, Shirley. Ooh, are you a first-time commenter? Maybe you are. Anyway, few little bits of other housekeeping. This is a live. It is filmed at just gone 3 o'clock UK time on the 29th of September. Can't believe we're nearly in October, apart from my feet, which can because they are cold. If you're watching live, there should be a live somewhere on the screen. It depends how you're watching it and what you're watching it on. You can... It is your first comment. Yay! So, yes, if you want to get involved in the chat, you do have to be logged into YouTube to chat. Otherwise, I don't think you can see the chat function. If you're watching on replay, I will have changed the title of the video to include the word replay. So it will be Craft and Chat Live Replay with Liz. So that will be a clue. There won't be the chat function. But you can leave a comment below in the description bar. I'm only slightly concerned that my picture has frozen. Hopefully not with you. If you don't already subscribe, subscribing is always something that I love people to do. And if you hit the alert bell, you will also be notified when I go live or upload a video. And if you want to give me a thumbs up, that is also appreciated. The algorithm likes both of those things. So just so you know. Good morning, Gianne. Lovely to see you live. Thank you. Lovely to see you here with me live. So yes, hopefully you didn't have a horrible pause at that point, because there was that dreadful circle of death going on. Thank you, Gianne. I love it when people actually tell me that it looks all right. I am going to turn my heater off because at some point it's going to get very hot around my feet. So bear with me and then we'll flip the camera down. Right, it will now go off. So let's flip the camera down. It also gets quieter. I don't know if you could hear this going on in the background. It was quite loud from where I was, particularly once it had finished. Anyway, so, gosh, the lag is bad today. It's really bad. It's about 20 seconds, which is particularly bad. Anyhow, so celebrate with tags. I have stuck all the stickers on because I have pretty much used all of the labels. I made I made 3 cards using that thing where you stamp in a cross, which is amazing. I've done it on a reel on Instagram. I've been meaning to give it a go for months, and I finally was brave enough to do it, and I've done it on this one. There would have been 4 cards had I not dropped my ink pad in the middle of one of the quarters. But anyway, so these were just some cards that I put together, played making. It is really, really disarming when the lag is quite so bad. But never mind. So let's have a look at the dies that go with. They're called Celebration Tag dies. I suspect, this is where I put my neck on the block, I'm suspecting that these may carry over even if the stamp set doesn't. I think these may go into the annual catalogue. Don't hold me to that. But so you get 2 tag dies and they're double. So the idea is you fold them in half. Let me find them in the catalogue. Gosh, I can now tell how nice and warm it was while I had my heater on. Never mind. It's fine. I'm quite happy to stand here shivering. I might have to break the thermals out soon. So they're on page 67 of your mini catalogue. And that shows you quite nicely the 2 tags. They're not doing anything particularly clever with the fact that they are folded in half. You could make one of them into a shaker card quite easily, but yeah. Other than that, they haven't really done much to show you that, as I say, they are folded. It's not, I don't know, weird. However, so we have dies for the mitten. We've got 2 lots of candles. We've got the balloon. So this balloon, we've got a label. We've got 2 hearts and they're stitched. So this big one is stitched on the outside as well as the inside. Then I say the other set of candles. 4 candles. There are 4 candles. Anyone who is from the UK and remembers the 2 Ronnies, I apologise, but I can't say 4 candles without thinking of the 2 Ronnies sketch. So this is the other tag. There's a stitched circle, there's a stitched rectangle, and again they're both stitched outside as well. There's, I'm guessing this is meant to be snow, and another label. And the labels do actually fit the 2 solid sentiments, so the XOXO and the made with love, or the made and the love. So that's what those are for. There's also, I said a snowflake, I'm sure I said a snowflake. So those are the dies. So I'm going to start by, I will be using one of these tags, but not necessarily as a tag. I mean, it will be a tag, don't get me wrong. It will be a tag because that's how it will come out. But I am going to make a birthday card to start with, and I'm going to use these candles. Would someone like to give me my brain back? It really does need... Thank you, Audrey, yes. Candles for forks, handles for forks. It's like the O's. That was part of the same sketch. So these two British comedians, I'm not sure that either of them are still with us, actually. It was a skit on how things are pronounced. And it was someone who wanted a handle for his garden fork, but it sounded like he wanted 4 candles. And he also wanted some O's for the sign of his house, which was Mon Repose. But yeah, you kind of had to be there. I'm going to be using the black and white paper, which is surprisingly black and white. It's also basic grey. Yeah, so it's basic grey, black and white. So we've got stars in 2 colourways. We've got stripes in 2 colourways. Harlequins, zigzags in black and white and black. Polka dots, and that always reminds me of pyjamas for some reason. Or deck chairs, but that. I'm going to start with... I think the zigzag, and I want some silver foil, which I thought I got out. I did get out my silver foil. So silver foil. The silver foil that was one of the late editions of the Celebration items is, for Europe, I believe, low stock. Let me just check. It was low stock. I just need to check that it still is low stock. And the brushed metallic is out of stock until November. Seriously, 14th of November. That has come forward, is the only thing. Oh no, the Train Express suite is low stock. Oh, because of the iridescent trim. Okay. So yes, the silver foil specialty pack, which has the dark grey, the mid grey and the silver, is currently low inventory. So if you want it, I would order it sooner rather than later. Hello, Lorna from Chester. I thought they had both gone, Audrey. I mean, they were brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So I'm going to die cut my tag and some candles, and then we're going to make a card. So I'm going to bring in my baby stamping, cut and emboss. Now, anyone who is in the UK or Europe and is still hoping to enter to win a full-size stamping, cut and emboss, you've got until tomorrow noon. You need to place an order of at least £50 with me, and then you get, for every £50 you order, you get an entry. So I need some white card, and I also need some thick white card. So while I'm down here, let's get some of that out as well. So I'm going to die cut my tag. Ooh, actually, change of plan. Black card. Black. So yes, I will be doing the draw for the... I don't actually need one something that large. I'll be doing the draw for the cut and emboss tomorrow at noon. So dark in Chester. Oh no. Hello, Carol from Canada. So yes, that will be, the draw will be tomorrow at noon. I'm sure I said tomorrow at noon. So if you are hoping to have a chance to win that, you need to have placed an order for at least £50 with me by then, so that you can go into the draw. I haven't quite decided how I'm doing the draw yet. You've got sunshine, have you? And yes, it's dark in Chester. We don't know what we're doing. If I look through my Velux, there are clouds, but there are blue bits between the clouds. There is a weather warning for those of you in Scotland, Audrey. Just saying. I had a weather warning come up on my app earlier and looked at it thinking it was going to be for us, and it's for somewhere, I think it's north of Scotland though, so I think it may be a bit further north than you. So let me... Oh, and the other thing to remember, so I mentioned earlier that we will be joined by the Republic of Ireland and Belgium soon, 4th of October, and it's not specifically because of that, but it does coincide quite nicely. There will be a joining offer, and that's globally, so it's not just for those of us in Europe, it's across the globe, and it basically means you get more in your starter kit. For the UK, I think it's £154 instead of 130, I think, but it's that sort of amount. So I've done those twice. I want 4 because we want 4 candles. I thought it was further north than you. Hopefully it will stay further north than you. Oh, and my heart goes out to those of you in Florida. Oh dear Lord, awful. Somehow, and don't get me wrong, I'm not being flippant, but somehow a hurricane called Ian doesn't sound bad. I mean, I know it is, but yeah. Somehow Ian and a hurricane don't go in my brain terribly well. So yes, if anyone knows anyone in Florida, I do hope that they are safe. Ironically, quite a few, certainly Brits, didn't go to New Orleans for backstage because of the concerns of hurricanes. And of course they hadn't had a hurricane warning for the whole of the year up until that point. So, but yeah, I can't imagine 100-mile-an-hour winds. I mean, the reports that I've heard are just awful. So yes, I hope people are safe. Now, if I'd been sensible, like that's everything, I would have put sticky sheet on the back of this, but I'm not sensible. So there we go. So I'm just going to take the little bits out. You can use your brush to do this if you've got one of the die brush adapters for your take your pick. I do have one. My concern always with foil is that you end up scratching it. Hello. Ooh, Yeti? Is that Yeti? Is that a Y or a J? But hello from Virginia. Can't wait to see what you create. Oh, thank you. I can't wait to see what I create either. But hey. So if you are on Instagram, if you follow Stamp Through the Catalogue, which is run by 3 girls who I believe are Stampin' Up! Employees as well as being demonstrators, their stamp set of the day for today is, guess what? I know so it's Jetty as opposed to so it's a J, not a Y, not a Y. Okay, Jetty. I mean, I can talk with my surname. Anyway, so yes, if you are on Instagram and you want inspiration for projects, follow Stamp Through the Catalogue, and twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays they feature a different stamp set. And they, at the beginning of each month, they will say what the stamp sets are that they're going to feature on each of the 2 days, or each of the Tuesdays and Thursdays of that month. But they're doing this today. That was Farble Garble, but hey, there we go. So I'm just going to cut the top off my tag because I just want the shape. And I want a white card base. And I have got white card out, so let's grab that. Oh, and I'm going to be using something else that is in low stock, and I may be the reason it's in low stock. When I send stuff out to customers, I gift wrap it. So it goes in a pip box, so one of those flat pack boxes, but that goes through the letterbox, and it comes flat packed and you make it up. And I always put yellow tissue paper inside and sort of wrap it up like a parcel, and I always use the black and white gingham ribbon to tie it. So I tend to bulk order the black and white ribbon, and I'm afraid it's low inventory at the moment on the UK or on the European website. Sorry. So I'm going to use the white background, I think, rather than the black background. And I'm just going to cut a piece. This is not going to be measured. This is just a piece. Yeah. Ooh, and while I remember, for those of you who follow me regularly, you will know this, I am not going to be here next week. I'm going on holiday. We're going down to the southwest. And no, I want it that way. And I will obviously have my phone with me, which means by definition I will have my email with me. But I'm going to try and turn off as much as possible. But yeah, we're taking a very scenic route down to the southwest. We're taking 2 days to get there. And then we're down there for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 3 nights. So we've got 2 nights en route, and yeah, we're just going to chill. We're staying in a cottage that my sister-in-law's family owns, and it's going to be really nice just to chill. Apparently the mobile phone signal there is appalling, so that's brilliant. We're meeting up with a friend we haven't seen for ever, obviously since before the pandemic. So that's going to go on there like that. I'm going to grab some of this ribbon. I've got this little bit that's left, and then I'm going to add these, and then we're going to obviously put on, I say obviously, I am going to use the happy birthday stamp. Probably need to use the happy birthday stamp before I put too much of it together. And yeah, so it's going to be kind of chilled. I will be getting some knitting done. I've just knitted my first ever pair of socks. I'll rephrase that. I've just knit. It's not my first ever pair of socks. I've had lots of pairs of socks over the years, but it's going to be the first time I've actually knitted any. Is that straight? Yes, it is. But I've managed to knit a pair of socks. I haven't tried them on yet. I only finished them last night, and I haven't had a chance to try them on. So I'm hoping they fit. The first one did. I'm just hoping the second one's the same size. I'm not very good at keeping maintaining a tension. So yeah, wish me luck. But I'll be stopping off at a wool shop that I've been following their Instagram feed for months, since during the pandemic. Yes, it's straight. So I'm really excited to go and actually visit them. I've placed an order for me to pick up when I'm there, or when we're there. So yeah, I am looking forward to that. And then I'll be doing some more knitting while I'm down in Cornwall. My brother and sister-in-law aren't known for being early risers, and if you follow me for any time, you will realise that my husband in particular is. So it is highly likely that we will have some time in the mornings to ourselves, which is fine. So yes, I like, it's, as I say, it's the first time I've knitted socks, Suzanne, and I really enjoyed making them. I hadn't realised that actually, with a good pattern, they're really quite easy. I'm not lyrical about the fact that you have to have them on double-ended pins, because I'm not great with double-ended pins, but I'm hoping to have a look at this shop is in Bath. It's called Wool Bath. They have some interesting alternatives to using quite as many double-ended pins. I've tried looking at the magic circle, and that just does my head in. But yeah, I'm just going to pop that on there because it's trying to lift up. So yeah, but I've ordered and paid for some wool to pick up while I'm there, and it means I have to go. But they're in the middle of Bath. They're very, very central, so it's going to be lovely. We want to go there, and we want to go to Bath and have lunch en route. And yeah, so I have told hubby that we will be going to a wool shop. I think he thinks I'm mad that we're going. It's about an hour and a half from here to Bath, and I think he thinks I'm mad that I'm going to a wool shop in Bath when we do have wool shops near us. But this one's just, the lady who owns it is just so fun. She even dyes her own wool. So yeah, if you fancy following a knitting shop, Wool Bath on Instagram. Right, let's pop that back on there. I'm just trying to encourage those to stick. Black dimensionals. They will stick. It's just because they've gone through the die cutter, they've curled. I've had sock wool since the beginning of lockdown. Oh, I encourage you, Audrey, to have a go. As I say, I haven't. This is the first time I've tried. And I just got, what's nice is you can get one ball of wool and you know you're going to get a pair of socks out of them. So yeah, they're just, yeah, I've just loved it. And they're small enough that you can have them on your lap and still have a cat on your lap, which in our house is a kind of given. So yes, right. Going to feed my ribbon through my oil and cut that. It's almost like they're at the same angle. They're not. Hello, Judith. Third card for September. How are you feeling, Det? Because I know you weren't feeling terribly well following your combined COVID and flu jab. So I hope you've come up for air. Right, I'm going to use black twine. I can't wait to see your third card. So Det is part of the team. She's in my second level, and I do a guest stamper slot where anyone on the team can offer to be guest stamper, and they get to choose a stamp set up to a certain value. They can increase the value if they want to by just paying the difference. I then order it and have it sent straight to them. and in exchange for that they just have to post a minimum of 4 cards on our group Facebook, on our team Facebook group in a month. They're told which month, and Det is doing it this month, and she's done some amazing, I mean, she's only done 2 cards so far and I'm already bowled over. But yes, the poorly didn't last long. Good. Yeah, I need to book in for my flu jab, and my husband needs to book in for his flu jab and his COVID jab. He got the reminder this week, but sensibly he's not worrying about it until we get back from holiday. Not least of all because apparently, although the Kassam Stadium near Oxford has been doing the jabs all the way through, apparently at the moment they are in total chaos. And even though you're going for a timed slot, some people have been there for 2 hours, which is not good, as in been there queuing for 2 hours. So that's going to go at an angle, but not too much of a jaunty angle. And then I'm going to grab some, I can't decide between black dots or matte dots. I think we're going to go black because we have both. Right, let's pop that on there so I don't stab myself. Hello, Shaz! You haven't missed much, to be honest. Now, you could, if you wanted, with this sort of monochromatic design, put on a really amazing pop of colour. So you could, I'll just pop that down. I'm going to use black, but you could, for example, use these, are they called glossy dots? These, anyway, as a pop of colour, just to bring it up. Although, having said I wouldn't. Ooh, I quite like the pink. Ooh, if it wasn't for the fact there's such a lag, I'd ask you which. Or the purple. Oh, they're cool. No, I'm going to stick with black. I'll do something a bit more coloured and post it on Instagram. You love the monochromatic. Jessie also likes black and white. Great. Just as well I'm sticking with black and white. Right, so. Now, I don't know if I'm the only person that does this. I buy all my embellishments, and I am a demonstrator, so I get a discount. And because I have a reasonable number of sales, I get a bigger discount because I get a volume rebate. And then I'm very, very, very conservative about using my embellishments. Why? I've got to use them. If I don't use them, they'll go out of date, as in they'll stop being current, and then I won't be able to use them. So I'm going to be using more of my embellishments because I can. So I'm going to. Just saying, just warning, embellishment warning. There's a girl I know who is a demonstrator. She's on the same team as me. And bless her, she says her friends now know whether they're embellishment worthy or not. Because she doesn't use her embellishments a lot. Thank you, Det. It would look great on the front of a notebook. So yes, there we go. Very simple, not Christmas. Because, you know, not everything has to be Christmas. You could do Valentine with this. I may even have to. Right, I am now going to use a stamped image rather than sentiment. I'm just going to clean that off. And hey, it only took me half an hour. I know I was talking a lot. I do know that. Now, I am going through a phase of doing really minimalist cards. So I'm going to do another minimalist card. Just saying. Right. Oh, and I've started doing stories on Instagram. Now, stories, no, I'll rephrase that. I've started doing me chatting on stories. Loving it, just saying. I'm trying, not currently succeeding, but I'm trying to do it in the morning, kind of early-ish in the morning. But I had a bit of a morning this morning. I was trying to order my wool from Woolbath, and I went to pay, and something went a bit odd. So, okay, let's try paying through PayPal. So I was trying to use my credit card, which is saved on my laptop, and it's all security done. So this is So Saffron. I may have said that, but it is So Saffron. And anyway, so it really was not playing nicely. What am I looking for? Why am I going under the desk when what I want is that? So I tried paying through PayPal. Hello, Brenton. A Christmas birthday. Yes. Yes. A Christmas birthday. We have a lot of birthdays in the next few months, so, or would have had my parents still been with us, bless them. Because they would have been the 31st of October and the 1st of December. Where did I put the dies? Hello, dies. There they are. So anyway, tried paying through PayPal. What colour would I like SU to do next? What as an in colour? Ooh, a proper pink, I think. I know we've got polished pink. I want a proper light pink. Pink Pirouette was lovely. I also really liked Cinnamon Cider. That was an absolute favourite of mine. Really gutted that that's gone. Maybe it'll come back. Never know. Anyway, PayPal didn't want to use my credit card either. So, you know when there comes that sinking moment? So I rang the credit card company. Now, phoning a financial institution at the moment. Oh, bless you, Lorna. Yes, there is someone whose birthday is the 1st of November. All Saints' Day. Phoning a financial institution in the UK at the moment is challenging. The queues are not short. I've tried 2 financial institutions in the last 48 hours, and they were both interesting. I don't know why I've put that away. I'm going to need it again. However, I persevered because I needed to talk to my credit card company. So about 10 minutes after I started, I got a reply. And someone had been misusing my credit card. Oh, a light yellow. Yeah, a light yellow would be nice because So Saffron really isn't. Yeah, a really nice pale, not too bright light yellow, as in, yeah, a proper light yellow. Primrose. Lighter than So Saffron. Anyway, so just before we're going away, my credit card has been cancelled. It's fine, I have more than one credit card, but you couldn't make it up, could you? Right, I am going to grab some craft paper card, and I'm also going to grab the other tag, only because I can, if I can get it out of the packaging. Good grief. Oh, it's well stuck. I'm going to need my big die cutter, aren't I? Yeah, it will go through, but it won't fit. So, yeah, it was... Oh, I've just had another thought. I wanted it to be... Oh, okay. I'll tell you what. No, it's fine. I'll use my little one, and I just will do half of the tag. So, yes, it took me about 3/4 of an hour to get it all sorted out, and at the end of it I had to take a pair of scissors to my credit card. But it's not actually the fact that I haven't got the credit card to go away with, because I have other credit cards. The issue is I also have a lot of subscriptions that are attached to that credit card. So I've then got to go through probably more than a month of sorry, yes, new credit card. Sorry, yes, new credit card. When all these people go, oh, your payment's bounced. Yeah, new credit card. So, happy day. But at least they picked it up. The slightly embarrassing thing was, so she was going through some of these payments to make sure that it was only the one that was wrong. And it was only the one, and it had been declined. We get our toilet paper from an online company, and they use recycled paper, and they give back and all this good stuff. So it's very, and I think it's carbon neutral. I think they're pretty close to carbon neutral. Anyway, it was time for a new box of paper, and we order it about twice a year because there's only the two of us. So we order a big box because then it's cheaper. The company's called Who Gives a Crap. Did you make a payment to Who Gives a Crap? Yeah. Really? Are you sure? Yes. It's our toilet paper. I mean, did they have to choose that payment? Really? Yeah, I've had it happen to me a few times, Shaz. But it happens. So I'm going to put that on there. I really like Yellow and Craft, just saying. Having said that, I am going to use a white background. And probably gold ribbon. Looking at my ribbon, I'm thinking gold. Because the thing with a tag is it's got a hole, so you kind of have to fill the hole. Do I have a... Oh, and I must... This is lovely. Yeah, it is funny. It's not necessarily something you want to be talking to someone about over the telephone. So the to and from are stuck together. I like this. In quite a lot of the stamp sets, they're not. But I like that they're A, big, and B, stuck together. Right, I'm going to use... I know that's stuck there. I'm going to use this dashy thing. I need a block. And I need some saffron. But yes, they were going through all, are you sure you spent this amount of money with Amazon? Yes, it was a knitting book. Is that all right? Am I allowed to have a knitting book? But it's the fact that they do it in a slightly accusing way. I thought I had a scrap of paper. Never mind. I need to change this paper anyway. But yeah, the timing wasn't great. Other side. So I'm just going to add some dashes, ideally in an almost straight line. I'm only turning them so that they are different. It's almost straight. Fortunately, the tag will go over some of this. In fact, let's be really sad. Yep. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, no, it won't. I'm going to do a double line. So, yeah, it was a fun old morning. So I ended up doing my morning Instagram story. That's really badly stamped. Please don't look at the quality of the stamping. It's not straight at all. Ooh, other thing to remember, because today is the penultimate day of September, remember that there is a free online crafting session being run by Stamping Up. That looks all right. On Saturday. If you go to wherever you are in the world, if you go to the Stamping Up website, as in the shop front, there is a free event tomorrow, because not tomorrow, Saturday, because Saturday is World Card Making Day. And it's, I think, something like 3 hours of crafting. When you register, you will then be able to get all the cut stuff, so you can prepare the projects for the projects. You don't have to use the bundles that they've talked about, so which is Cottage Rose, Cottage Wreaths, and the early release Warm Welcome. You can use anything, but I urge you to take part, because it's free and it's going to be fun just hanging out with people. So I'm thinking, no, let's go vanilla and gold rather. And I know it's a white card. It's going to be fine. Hello, Steffi. Well, I have heard from you, because you very kindly sent me an email, which I don't think I replied to. It's on my list of to-dos, and I haven't done. So, yes, free event. This is the first time that Stamping Up have run a customer event online in this way. It is, as I say, it is free, but you have to register so that you can get access to the platform. I'm assuming that they will send us emails with how to get onto the platform. I haven't kind of mentally registered that yet, but that is my assumption. And even if you don't craft along, even if you don't craft along, I think it will be a really fun time. There'll be a chat facility much like this. So, yeah. This is, I think, meant to be vanilla twine. I think it's more natural than vanilla. And I know it's a white card, but I'm perfectly fine to have a small amount of vanilla in this way. I think I might just tie this one in a knot. And then there may, if we're lucky, be time for one more project. I have got a lot of catching up to do with posting on my website, because I haven't blogged about these recent projects, which I must do. So I'm hoping to get all of that done before we go away. Life is running out. Not life is running out, time is running out. Oh, you've been to Somerset. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. I know you have other things on your mind, Steffi, but there's a joining offer in October. Just saying. Just saying. I wonder. Yes. Let's not stick that to the surface, eh? So I am going to have a sentiment. It's going to be in So Saffron. And it may need to be a bum out. Excuse me. Just caught it. So I need to get a piece of something. That'll do. My flannel will do. So I've just got to do that, because I want with love. Hello, Pam. Been making a stew. Oh, lovely. It's stew weather. There we are, with love. So I've taken the made off, as in not inked it. Right, dimensionals. So next week, when I'm not here, I will have videos going live as if I were here. I mean, there won't be premieres or anything, but they'll be going live at the same time. I think it's going to be the Thursday that I will do the stepper card. Because I want on Tuesday to do the card packs that I'm sending my customers that shop with me in September. So that's going to be Tuesday. So it will be Thursday for the stepper card. Ooh, Steffi, one of my advent calendars. That really will be a treat. Yeah, I'm doing advent calendars. Crafty advent calendars. There's going to be all sorts of embellishments and adhesives and all sorts. So there'll be some things that are useful and some things that are just nice. So I used liquid glue for this because, hello from Montana, Mary Ellen. In the UK, this will still go through as a standard letter because it's only got one layer of dimension. Right, so, no, I am going to add something. I'm going to add, apparently I've only got 4 of those left, as if, but in the gold. I'm going to just add some gold around my mitten, just for a bit of bling and to tie the gold in. But I do have more, honest, it's fine. So that's those 2. I'm going to do a really quick one. Pam wants one too. Ooh, well, they are, yes, you wouldn't have seen it because Steffi would have seen it because she's getting my customer email at the moment. I will do a reminder. I will be sending the details out again, and I will do that to everyone. I make you smile. Oh, bless. Thank you. Right, something really quick. So let's see. We've not used the balloon, and I might use some more of that lovely black and white paper. I think. Ooh, I know what I'm going to. Will it work on there? Yes, it will. It will. I'm going to make it work. Right, okay. So this may or may not be really quick. Let me grab the that because this is where I'm going to start. And it's going to be fine because the back won't, well, actually it will show, but it will be fine. Because some of the stars are going to be one way up and some of them are going to be another way up. And you know what? I don't actually care. I know. Do I normally stand up for craft? Always. Always, always. I have sciatica. So if I stand during, well, actually there's 2 reasons. A, I have sciatica. So if I stand during the day, it means I am more likely to be comfortable when I sit in the evening. Because I'm not squishing my sciatic nerve all day. Because of the drugs that I take post cancer, I have, well, it may not be because of that, but they picked it up because I am being tested because of the drugs that I'm taking. I have early osteoporosis, so anything weight bearing is good for making bones. Thank you, Steffi. So yes, so I do for 2 reasons. A, because of the sciatica, and B, because it's weight bearing. It doesn't make a huge difference because it's not weight bearing like jogging is weight bearing, but it helps. But mostly it's because of the sciatica. So I used to stand at the office. The sciatica, unfortunately, I mean, there are people that say, oh, go to a chiropractor. Unfortunately, the sciatica isn't, it's something I'm going to just have to deal with because it's chemotherapy damage. So it's not like I've got something trapped. I've actually damaged the nerves. So, that. Ooh. Nope, that. And balloon. And block. And Versamark. So yes, for various reasons, the short story is for various reasons, I stand to craft. But yeah, I used to stand to write policy documents as well, as in procedure documents. It was actually quite useful. Working when I first had sciatica, because it meant I could get my company to buy a standing desk for me and see if it was worth having. So as they're not cheap, yeah, particularly if you want one that goes up and down, which mine does. It's just I now have a cabinet underneath it, so it doesn't. So silver embossing powder, trusty cheese board, heat gun, which will warm my hands if nothing else. Hello, Rita, don't worry. That's what the joy of replay is all about. This is, oh, I just love watching embossing powder melt. Just wonderful. Oh, alchemy. Come on, go back on your hook. Thank you. I have a little hook for my heat gun. Right, I'm going to need my mini. So, you can watch the replay, absolutely. Absolutely. Come on. You're there. There you are. Right, I need the balloon die, obviously. I need hands that aren't freezing cold. That would be helpful. Bit of tape, a bit of low-tack tape. Hold that in place. I wish we had magnetic base plates. I mean, I do still have the big magnetic base plate, although it is very badly unstuck. Leaving it in the sun when we had 40-degree heat was not a good idea. It had already started lifting, and no, that was bad. Right, okay, let's push that out. Let's get rid of that before I lose it by throwing it in the bin. Let's pop that up there. Right, okay, so I think what you could do with these, because particularly this one, because it is a double thickness with a slidey bit. That's technical, you understand. With some, you've got a trapped area. You could, if you wanted, put something like a gift card in there. I assume it will fit. Or a something, so you could hide a little extra something in there. Just a thought. A little bead of glue. Close that. Straight is good. There we go. Let's pop that on there. Right, what else have we got? Well, Happy Birthday is going to be far too big. So let's... Oh no, let's not. No, 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 no. I was thinking about using the Let's Celebrate, but actually, if no one's in a rush, where are my dies? There they are. I'm lifting up the dies to try and find the dies. No, not there. I'm just wondering. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Right. There. Because these are full size. The pictures on the front are full size, which is always useful. So, piece of white card. Just going to pop that under there. I'm going to go black. Sorry, my brain, I'm trying to make this up as I go along. The alchemy of heat embossing absolutely is wonderful. So I've decided I'm going to heat emboss the Let's Celebrate You, but this time I'm doing it on black. I should probably have done the balloon on black as well. Thinking about it, you know, as I'm doing this on black, but I didn't know I was going to use that. So that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Now, I know we have that lovely dish thing with the brush, which I love, but if I can get it in my, if I can get it in my little pot, I do like to get it in my little pot because it saves one bit of clearing up. And I'm nothing if not a lazy stamper. Right. Ooh, do we still have? No, I don't think we do. Sorry, my brain was just thinking of something. We are nearly there. Honest, honest, honest. Till I change my mind again. No, really, we are nearly there. So, let's celebrate you. Let's grab that piece of sticky. New boxes for my powder. Oh yes, you took a break. They are new boxes. They're the really useful clip ones. They're smaller, which means they fit in the drawer better. Well, they fit in the drawer. So yes, I was going to be slightly careful pulling that off, particularly on black paper or card. You can find that it will pick up the fibres and therefore rip. Post-it note would be okay, but anything that's much stickier than a post-it note, not so much. Right, so we're going to have Let's Celebrate You, and this should have been on black had I thought about it, but I didn't. I may change it before I take photographs. So we're going to have that and that. Oh, we could use the black and white again. We could use the black and white again. We could use the black and white again. I was trying to remember if we still had the black organza ribbon, but we don't. No. I could use the white, but that's too white. No, it's going to be the black and white check again. So yes, I will probably change the balloon before I do the photographs, because it would look better on black. But I'm sure you will. Actually, I'm going to use white. And the reason I'm going to use white is because the ribbon has got white in it, but I'm still going to change that balloon onto black. Of course, I'm all thumbs now. I'm trying to do this in a rush. It's never good when you try and do things in a rush. My ribbon is twisted. Oh. Right. Oh, and the number of viewers has dropped. So I'm going to finish this off. I will then show you the 3 projects. Do remember, if you've enjoyed it, to give it a thumbs up. As I say, the algorithm loves a thumbs up. I'm going to tie this in a knot because it's going to be quicker. I will, my next video, which will, the next few videos will be recorded, but the next video that will be on my channel will be Simple Stamping Saturday, which will use the caroling mice. That is the gift that I am sending my September shoppers, so it seemed reasonable to do a project with it. I've nearly finished what I'm doing, so we're nearly there. You still have unopened embossing powder. Ooh, open it. Apart from anything else, depending on your climate, and I know you're not in a ridiculous climate because you're in Scotland, if it can go off if you're in an odd climate, and we have had a fairly odd summer. So yeah, you do want to, if you find that your embossing powder is doing weird things, that may be why. Right, I'm going to use silver dots, and then we will be done. And as I say, I will replace that balloon with a silver balloon on black card. Right, clear the decks. Let's pop that with the other die. So we have that. We have the first card that I made, the second card that I made, and the card that we've just, well, the tag that we've just done. The ends need tidying up. And that's using the Celebrate with Tags bundle. Thank you, Linda. It is a lovely, lovely set, but it is one of those sets, I think, that you need to see examples for. Thank you, Det. So, yes, I will now flip the camera up so I can say goodbye properly. There we go. I call it ribbon shelf because my camera is on the shelf that I have my ribbons on. So, thank you very much for joining me today. I know we were slightly longer than normal, but I did want to get that 3rd project done, even if I have got to redo one element of it. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you, Steffi. If you are watching the replay and you have any questions or comments, you can leave those below the description bar. Otherwise, if you've enjoyed it, a thumbs up is always appreciated. Remember that if you want a chance to win the Cut and Emboss machine, an order of £50 or more will get you an entry, and it's an entry for every £50. There are all sorts of other shopping offers for September, so have a look at my website for that. Otherwise, I will see you live in 2 weeks for more fun. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you, Audrey. I will have a lovely break. I'm really planning to have a proper break. So, yes, thank you very much indeed. I will see you again very soon. Bye for now.